Hey guys, how's it going? Man, I absolutely do not understand how my camera angles keep changing every single time I turn my phone on. It's a different angle, and I gotta readjust everything. It's crazy, drives me nuts. If you know why, let me know. So anyway, this is going to be the 18th attempt on defeating Crooked Mask. I finally feel like I got a little bit of a clue towards him. Oh, it's okay, little ones. Yeah, my dogs are anxious. Do you guys want to go outside? Okay, I'll let you outside. Yeah. Go, go, go. Sorry about that. I was leaving the back door open for them, and then a yellow jacket or hornet or whatever was in my bedroom because of that. So I had to close that door. Um, so I'm going with a much more offensive strategy on this guy. Just I got to take him out quick. Um, yeah, so I'm going spell heavy. I'm going with Kadir and Zaxos. Zaxos is going to let me double charge Kadir's ability. I'm going with the theory that basically they're each going to get their special ability once in the game. So Kadir is going to be able to activate her ability, pull 3 spells out from a discard pile, and double prep. And then I want that to happen twice. So it basically gives me an extra 6 attacks in the game. And that's because Zaxos' ability will charge hers and give me a really critical getting the pick of the turn order during a critical round. That's going to be key, is using his ability at the correct time. And otherwise, I'm just going pretty offensive. So for my economy, I'm going with Jade, Sifter's Pearl, Clouded Sapphire. I'm probably just going to ignore this. It's really Jade and Sifter's Pearl. This is useful for helping deal with the corruption cards. I'm then taking Bottled Vortex. I may just ignore this one. And Blasting Staff to give me some more offensive ability. Phoenix Flame, I've been ignoring that one so far. Feral Lightning, Wildfire Whip, and Arcane Nexus. So the idea is between... I don't need to open my breaches using Feral Lightning. And then Blasting Staff and Wildfire Whip will allow me to prep a spell and then cast it immediately. So I also don't need to worry about my breaches. With Arcane Nexus kind of doubling my gem ability, so I can double cast Sifter's Pearls, or potentially the Emerald Shard from Kadir to gain more life points. So just going to be very aggressive, and hopefully I had pretty bad luck, I feel like, last time on the turn order and the Nemesis decks specifically, so I'm hoping this time goes a little bit better. All right, we're going to start with Kadir. She's going to prep a Spark, and with 4 power, she's going to buy 2 Jades. Then we get Zaxos. He's going to prep Flare, and he's going to buy 2 Jades. Okay, Nemesis. And we get the Corruptor coming out with 6 life. Does 1 damage each turn to Gravehold. Every time you damage him, you gain a corruption card. Double activation. 1 damage to Gravehold. And Burden. The players collectively gain 2 corruption cards, 1 each. And then either player may focus a breach. I'm going to have Zaxos focus his 4th breach. Then he's going to cast Flare, which is going to do 3 damage to the Corruptor, leaving him with 3 life, but I gain another corruption card. I will then prep Spark, and with this 4, I will buy 2 more Jades. And Kadir's going to go next. She's going to cast Spark for 1 to Crooked Mask. And then she'll pay 3 to open up her breach and prep 2 Sparks. Sorry, I knocked the camera. So it's going to depend a lot on what corruption card. Ugh, that's not good. Not the best luck. Man, I can't figure out a solid strategy for this guy. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I can get one of those like infinite turn things. All right, Zaxos is going first. Grateful suffers 2 damage twice. Brings it down to 25. You may look at the top card of your deck. You may destroy it. He will. And he may focus a breach. He will focus his 4th breach. He then casts Spark for 1. Drops Crooked to 68. And he generates 5 Aether, which is enough for a Sifter's Pearl and a Jade. Gain a spell from any supply pile, Arcane Nexus. Gain 3 corruptions and place them on top of your deck. So that's unfortunate. She will hold on to that though. She will cast 2 sparks, doing 2 damage to Crooked Mask. They both still have full life, so 4, 5, 6. So she will buy 2 Sifter's Pearls. It's not too shabby. She missed out on a lot of the jade, so that makes me happy that she was able to get 2 pearls like that. Okay, Zaxos, he's going to prep Flare, and he generates 6 as well, and he will buy 2 Sifter's Pearls. The reason I wouldn't normally go so hard on gems, but he hasn't been able to afford an Arcane Nexus yet, which I do want. 1 for each of them. Okay, Nemesis, Corruptor is going to do 1 damage to Gravehold, brings us to 24. And we get Haze Spewer, 5 life, does damage equal to its current life to Gravehold, and then takes 1 damage. Hold on 1 sec, I'm just going to let my dogs in. Come on. Good babies. Good babies. Treat. That was very good. Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Now be good. I'm recording a video, and if you're good, you'll get another treat. They are very treat focused. All right. So Haze Spear is in play, and we get Kadir. So she's got 3 corruption cards. Okay. So discard any 2 non-corruption cards, 2 crystals, suffer 2 damage, drops her to 8, shuffle any player's turn order card back into the deck. So I'm going to take hers. I'm going to take Zaxos's. So he gets an extra activation. We're going to put that over there. Gain a relic from either supply pile. So I'm going to take Blasting Staff, which costs me another 2 points of life. And then 1 to return a 0 cost. So I have a Spark. Ooh. Emerald Shard. There we go. Okay. So then she's going to use Emerald Shard to heal herself 1. And that's her turn. And Nemesis gets to go. So that's not good. Corruptor and Haze Spear together do 6 damage to Gravehold. So this is the problem, is these are tier 1 cards. Why have I taken 12 damage to Gravehold? That's absurd. While I'm also taking damage and taking a ton of corruption cards. So, not good. Bleed Static, power 3. Player with the most prep spells suffers 2 damage for each of their prep spells. And then we get Zaxos. Gravehold takes 2 more damage, already down to 16 life. Focuses a breach though, so he opens his 4th breach. And he has 4 Aether, which is enough for a Blasting Staff. And he can cast Flare. Okay, does Flare does 3 damage, so it's going to kill the Corruptor, giving him another Corruption card. Man, I thought I had this one. Okay, he gets to go again. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. Gravehold suffers 2 damage, so that's 5 damage to Gravehold. Drops it to 11. Gain 2 life. That does nothing, so I'm giving that over there. You may look at the top card of your deck. Destroy it. I don't want to. Oh, and Flare was already cast. So he can prep Spark, and he generates 4 Aether for another Blasting Staff. And they can both use Sifter's Pearl to discard, and neither will. So not very good. Especially for Gravehold. He gets to go again. Spark. It's going to do 2 damage to the Haze Spewer. And then, but this is nice. He generates 9 power. So that's pretty cool. So he's going to take a Wildfire Whip with a Sifter's Pearl for 9, with 2 uses of Sifter's Pearl. That'll be it. Probably should have taken the Bottled Vortex instead, but it's okay. He's still got full life. How is that even possible? Nemesis. Haze Spear does 2 damage to Gravehold. Drops us to 9. He takes 1 damage. Take a token off the Bleed Static. And Woven Sky. 2 power tokens. Unleash. Any player suffers 4 damage. You can discard 3 cards in hand to discard. Okay. We get Kadir. She's going to prep Spark. Use Blasting Staff on it, I guess. No. Yeah. Yeah, she will. Use Blasting Staff on it to cast it immediately. To do 3 damage to Crooked Mask. And then she will discard 3 cards to cancel out Woven Sky. Nemesis' turn. Haze Spear does 1 damage to Gravehold. Kills itself. 1 token off Bleed Static. And we draw. Player with the most crystals in hand. That is 2 for Zaxos. Discards both. Takes 3 damage. Drops him to 7. And then he may buy a card worth 4. So he will take a Blasting Staff. Tempt. And then we get Kadir. Gain a spell from any supply pile. Arcane Nexus. Gain 3 corruption cards. Okay. She will prep Arcane Nexus. Spark. And double cast Sifter's Pearl, which is worth 4 for a Blasting Staff. With 2 discards. The last Spark just gets held onto. Oh. I forgot about Bleed Static, so she's going to take 4 damage now. So that's unfortunate. Unless hopefully I get her turn first. Because that's a lot of damage. I always forget about Bleed Static. Yeah, okay. So Arcane Nexus and Spark, going to cast both of those for 5 damage. Brings Crooked Mask down to 58. Oh, sorry. She also takes 1 damage from Fever of War and does 2. So that actually brings Crooked down to 56. We're going to move that over there. And then she generates 6 Aether for a Wildfire Whip. And she will hold on to the spark. Nemesis turn, Bleed Static activates and does nothing. So that worked out. Then we get Awaken. Unleash twice and Gravehold suffers 3 damage. Or place the most recently discarded minion back in play, which would be Haze Spearer. We're going to do that. Oh, I'm mixing up the order. Okay. Discard 2 non-corruption cards. Suffer 2. So both of those Jades suffer 2 damage. And I may shuffle a card back into play. I will go with Kadir this time. And that's his whole turn. That sucks. That's a shitty hand too. Alright. Haze Spirit does 5 damage to Gravehold. Of course it does. I'm not winning this game. And we get the Venomite. This is terrible. This is horrible. Alright. Gain a relic from Splat Pile. Takes 2 damage. That drops her to 3. Prep a Spark. Has 3. Buy Sifter's Pearl. Awful. Awful hands. Awful hands. What am I supposed to do with this stuff? Buy 2 charges? Like, what the hell, man? I guess. Alright. That's game. So, Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. That's 5 damage to Gravehold, destroying it. And that is game. And that was 17 minutes. I'm losing even. Wow. I mean, I am playing a lot faster. If you've watched my earlier videos, it used to take me about an hour. But man, I wasn't even close. I wasn't even close. How many tier 2 cards we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So I had 3 full rounds remaining before tier 3. And I still died. And I didn't have anywhere near the offensive ability to take care of that. I didn't have a great start, but man, that was not good. That was not good. I ended up getting all 5 blasting staffs, and then I just ended up not being able to use them half the time. And again, I have no idea what to change. I kind of just want to do this over again. I feel like I just got unlucky. And I didn't even really have shuffles. I can't figure out Crooked Mask. I can't do it. I'm getting really frustrated here, guys. What the hell am I supposed to do? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's just like I'm stupid or something. My brain just doesn't work against these guys. Everybody else, I feel like every time I play him, I get a little bit closer. Every time I play this guy, it's awful. It's awful. Can't do it. Go back to getting focusing orbs no, that doesn't make sense. It's too slow. It takes way too long to open your breaches. I don't want to play with all my breaches open anyway. It doesn't make sense. I could get rid of Ball Vortex and do Flexing Daggers and then do Focusing Orbs and then Amplify Vision. Fine. I'll do that. This sucked. All right. I'll try that next time. Because it is Gravehold that's dying the last 3 times in a row. So, all right, guys. Love you. Be good. Peace.